we're born with that sense of innocence, that happy spirit, right? If you think back when you were kids, what were you doing that really made you happy? Like, what were you doing that really made you excited? Was it playing with your friends? Was it out in the park, carefree? Was it baking cookies with your mom? Whatever it is, it was carefree. And in life, as you go through your own trials and tribulations and lessons, God is sort of always showing out in your life, right? For me, I remember when I was a little kid, right when my sister was born, I felt like she was my child. I was like, Mom, don't worry about it, I got her, I'll change your diapers for you. Right? And as we got older and older, I still had that unconditional, just embracing love. Like, whatever you need, I'm here for you, Danielle. So, whatever you need, I'm here. I want to love on you. And I feel like that's the love that Jesus always gives. Like, no matter what you're going through, sadness, happiness, joy, trials, he's always there. Like, come here, my little sweet child. Let me hold on to you. Let me hang on to you. It's going to be okay, right? And then as you get older, I think back, I think God really gives you a guardian angel the whole time. I think he gives it spiritually, I think he gives it physically. For me, my physical was my grandmother. My grandmother was always there for me, always, no matter what. If I was in a school play, there she was sitting in the back, good job, Erin, I love you. Right? We were at home watching TV. She was right there talking to me, teaching me, loving on me, spending quality time together, right? I feel again that's that sense of love that Jesus gives people and puts them in your lives that are always going to be there to help guide you along your path, right? To get you where he wants you to go. And that all the distractions are sort of wiped away because he puts that person right by your side. And the reason this is important to think about, this constant, overwhelming, joyous love, is because that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Nothing else matters. And when you can understand that true love that God has for you, you can feel good inside. And when you feel good inside, it's like that spiritual refill, right? You constantly be refilled with that constant love. You're happy wherever you go. Even when you're in traffic, you're happy, right? When you're at work, you're happy because you know you're serving the Lord and you feel that constant love. But the point is, you also want to feed your body with that same love. And that comes from your food and your exercise. And Adam and I, we've been working in fitness for a long time. And if you would ask me if I would have had a fitness club when I was a kid, I would have laughed at you. Because there was no way I was going to be a personal trainer, nutritionist. No, I wanted to be behind the scenes from the Young and the Restless. I did. In fact, I was 12 years old, sitting on the couch with my grandma. My grandma says, okay, come on, Erin, we're going to turn the TV on. Your dad's going to be on. I was like, my dad's going to be on? She's like, yeah. He got nominated for an Emmy for the American Cancer Society. I thought, really? So I see, here me and my grandma were sitting there watching, eating our popcorn. And all of a sudden, my dad comes on. He had won. I was like, no way, my dad won? My dad won an Emmy? I'm like, Grandma, I want to do that. She's like, you can do whatever you want to do, Erin. I said, okay. So sure enough, there I was, 12 years old. I'm going to work for, TV and film. I'm going to work behind the scenes. I'm going to be just like my dad. Because when you want something, when you really, 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 really want something, you can have it, right? And if you have that love, that constant love, you have that love support, and you have that drive, that perseverance, that walk straight through, right to where you need to get to go, right? So I went to college for film and television. I did all that stuff, and I got to a point where I was sitting there, and I was happy, and I'm like, I made it, but I'm not happy. Well, that doesn't make sense, because I thought that was going to be my dream. That's what I was supposed to do. And so sure enough, I'm sitting there, ring, ring, ring. Erin, this is Young and the Restless. How can I help you? For 7 years. And then by the 7th year, I thought to myself, oh, Lord, what am I supposed to do? I don't think I'm supposed to do this. I feel like I'm supposed to do something so much bigger. I feel like I'm supposed to help people. So I called my grandma, Grandma, I don't know, the Young and the Restless thing. She's like, Poonie, because that's what she called me. Poonie, when you were a kid, you were always great at rubbing feet. I thought, okay, so she's like, I think you would be great as a masseuse. I thought, Grandma, I'm working at Young and the Restless, and you want me to go rub feet? No, she's like, Poonie, whatever you want, you can do it. Just keep your eyes on the prize, spend a little, save a little, spend a little, save a little, right? So I thought, okay, well, I have no idea what I'm going to do now. I feel like I just want to help people. I found myself asking God, all right, God, I know you're going to show me. And he didn't say a word. I thought, okay, maybe I'll open a boba shop. A boba shop. So creatively, I put together a whole program to build a boba shop. I was going to sell boba drinks and frozen yogurt. So I put out a whole business plan. I got a girlfriend of mine to pretend she was my agent, because I thought I needed an agent. I don't know why. And I made an appointment with the local head of the Americana. You know the Americana? What do? So I called Americana and I said, all right, I think I should have a boba drink in your facility. And he was like, oh, you do? All right, let's meet. I thought, oh my gosh, this is it. This is my break. I'm going to have my own business. I'm going to sell boba drinks. So sure enough, we get there and I'm all nervous and shaking. Grandma always says, whenever you're nervous, just wiggle your feet. So I'm wiggling my feet. We get up and go to the elevator. We open up and come into this big door. And all of a sudden I see this long wooden table. And there's this zoot suit guy sitting at the very end, like, whittling his fingers, like, who's this little girl coming on in here? She's going to open up a boba drink with my thing. I thought, well, I'm going to show you. So sure enough, we sit down with my pretend agent. And I slide across my business plan, and he opens it, and he looks at it, and he flips. Interesting. I said, you know, you got all these apartment buildings up here. I think, you know, I think a lot of people will really like to get those drinks and all these great things. And he's like, still looking, flipping. All of a sudden, he goes, you know what? I think you should do it. I think you should do it. I thought, this is going to be great. Here I am. I got this goal. I'm going to do it. And so he said, let me send you over a proposal, and then you let me know what you think and sign it, and then we'll get you started. So I'm leaving this meeting. I'm thinking, this is the greatest thing ever. God wants me to open up a boba shop, and I get the proposal. And he wants $15,000 a month, and I'm thinking, I'm going to sell a lot of boba drinks. I thought, I'm going to live there. Do I really want to live there? No. So I put that dream aside. Well, Grandma, you know, the boba thing isn't going to work. I don't think God really wants me to do that. Pony, keep your eye on the prize, and you just keep asking that Lord. He'll deliver it to you. I thought, okay, Grandma. Sure enough, I get a call. Ring, 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 ring. Girlfriend of mine knew that I loved working out because, believe it or not, I was a little chunker when I was younger. And, you know, it didn't really seem to bother me until I got into high school, until I realized what chunky meant. And I thought, you know what, I really don't want to be chunky anymore, so I'm going to go to the gym. And I found myself in the gym completely confused, looking at machines. I didn't really stand. I was really overwhelmed. I thought, well, maybe if I go run as fast as I can for as long as I can, then I'll lose as much weight as I can. And that didn't seem to work. So then I thought, well, maybe I'm not supposed to eat very much. So if I don't eat very much, then I'll lose weight. That didn't seem to work either. So I found myself hustling in the gym for long hours at a time. I loved it, it was great, but I didn't seem to see results. So my girlfriend knew that I loved to work out. So she called me and she says, hey, a girlfriend of mine, she's got this great class she's going to teach. She's starting off fitness and training, and she'd love to invite you. I said, oh, that's great. So okay, then I go. And there's only a couple of us, and we're standing in front of the mirror, and I'm like, this is awesome. Yeah. She comes up to me afterwards, she says, are you a trainer? I was like, no, I work at Young and the Restless. She was like, I got some for you. So she reaches in her back pocket, or purse, and pulls out a certification book and hands it to me. And she goes, here you go. Certification for group training. I thought, no, I'm not a trainer. I work at Young and the Restless. She goes, I know, but you should really look into it. I can tell you were having a lot of fun in front of that mirror. So I went home, and I looked at it. Not gonna lie, I pushed it away for a couple weeks. Thought, no, I'm training. Boy, I had a great time though. I pulled it, opened it, and read it. And I went and took a test. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna invite my friends just because. Let's just try it out. Let's just see if it's fun. So, of course, I put my posting on Facebook, thinking everybody's going to show up. I had two believers. here and we're dancing and we're working. I hadn't planned a thing. I just felt in that moment God was sort of fueling that energy through me, and I was having a blast. And I thought, you know what? These lights are boring. Let's glow them out. Kind of what we've done at your church. It's more fun, right? Don't see anybody. And sure enough, we were having the lights going, and then I just kept inviting people for free because I loved to do it. It was so much fun. And what did God do? I was patient. I was faithful, and he filled it, and he filled it, and he filled it. Because of what? Because he knew that was my gift. I was patient, I was humble, I waited on God. And when you wait on God in whatever situation you're going through, he will deliver. You just have to be patient. And the more we're impatient, the more we tend to go off on our own and do our own thing, and we kind of hit these walls, right? God is just like, if you're just patient, you just sit there and wait on me, rest on me for a second, I'll take you where you need to go. And it will be so easy. It will be like breathing air. And it was. And I'm here to tell you today that no matter what it is that you're going through, no matter if it's financially, if it's physically, if it's spiritually, whatever it might be, that God and Jesus love you. They are with you every step of the way. You know, when we're born, we're not born for ourselves. It's not about us. It's about him. He's using us for his greater purpose, for his glory. So the moment we can surrender that, the moment he'll be able to actually work with you, he'll be able to work through you and use you for his greater purpose.